All right, we're back with our tweet of the night from NFL on CBS. NFC Championship clinching play. Garoppolo throws interception on 3rd and 13. Pressure, Aaron Donald. Super Bowl clinching play. Joe Burrow throws incompletion on 4th and 1. Pressure, Aaron Donald. That pretty much summed up the last couple of plays. If Pirine had made that catch, they would have been close to McPherson range. I really thought it was going to end up being in an overtime. But I say this, Chris, this playoff, the NFL could not have asked for anything more when it comes to drama in just about every game we saw.
What was it? Something like the last 7 games of the playoffs ended with one-score games and with it generally going down to the wire. Well, let's see. This game, the way it ended, NFC Championship game ends on the final drive. AFC Championship game, we know, was an incredible finish in overtime for the Bengals to deliver that kill shot to the Chiefs. The Bills-Chiefs game is probably the best football game of the last 10 years at least. Packers-Niners obviously going down to the wire. Bengals-Titans. It was awesome. It's funny, too. It's just another reinforcement to the notion that the NFL is pretty much bulletproof, right? I mean, think about how many actual ugly scandals are out there right now. They're trying, not so quietly, to get Daniel Snyder to sell the Washington Commanders, which probably should happen and I think will happen. But people just sort of slough that off because the product, which is the league as a whole, is just so wildly entertaining. It rivets people that are even kind of cynics about the whole thing.
Yeah, it really does. And so you can expect a lot more. There's a lot to get into with the NFL. I know a lot of our callers have questions about it, so let's get right to them. Beginning with Nick in Bell Vernon. Hello, Nick.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
2 quick questions. Aaron Donald said that he was going to retire maybe at 30 years old. And I'm thinking for all he's from Pittsburgh bound here, maybe what would you think of him maybe finishing his career in Pittsburgh? Thank you very much, and I'll hang up and I'll listen to your call.
That's not going to happen for a lot of reasons, but I think, number one, this could be one of 2 things, Chris. He's legitimately thinking, because he's had everything there is to have. He's got a lot of money. He really is serious about his kids and what he wants to do with them and have fun. But at the same time, he may be using it as a contract opportunity to get more money and a new deal, because he has fallen behind a lot of people, including T.J. Watt, after he once was made the top defensive line guy in the game.
I believe Greg Gattuso was odd. Greg Gattuso had recruited him to Pitt and now head coach at Albany in the FCS. Said he sort of hopes that Aaron Donald actually does retire, and he cited sort of the physical toll, though to watch Donald, you wouldn't notice that any real physical toll has been taken on him because he looks as explosive as ever, Bob. But I'm in the camp of people, and I think this is the majority now that there's been stories written about it, who think that he wants more money, and he should. Guess how much guaranteed money is left on his big extension that he signed? Guess.
I don't know.
This many dollars. 0. T.J. Watt is a brilliant player. He is a top 3 defensive player in the league, I think, with Parsons and with Donald. But there's a clear number 1 there, and it's Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has every right to go to the Rams with 0 guaranteed dollars left on this deal, and with other defenders having passed him by and saying to them, show me the money and make me once again the highest paid defensive player in the league, because that's no less than what I deserve. And I think that's what's going to happen, because he's the backbone of that franchise.
I think they absolutely need him too, and he's still, as you say, the play has not fallen off at all. If anything, it's gotten better. Let's go to RJ in Somerset. What's up, RJ? RJ.
Hello?
Go ahead, RJ. You're on. Please don't pay attention to your TV.
I got it on volume. I want to hats off to Sean McVay and Matt Stafford for winning. Matt Stafford for winning his first Super Bowl, and I'm really upset over that goalie, the Boston Bruins, where he punched that guy in the face, and then he took his hockey stick and punched him in the chin. I would have given him a 10 to 15 game suspension.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with that, RJ. It was not a goalie. It was Brad Marchand who hit Tristan Jarry, but, you know, that was last week.
Yeah, a lot of black and gold in that picture. You could easily get confused. Marchand, I mean, did you read, Bob, his quote after the thing? He said, I shouldn't have done it. It was a bad thing to do. It was dumb. Clearly it's out of line. Oh, by the way, also, I don't think I should have been suspended. Right. Well, bravo, NHL. 6 games has clearly gotten the message through to Brad Marchand. I'm sure he's going to become pious and change his ways. As for, I'll say this quickly, too, as an editorial on what RJ brought up about McVay. I saw somebody tweet this. I wish I could remember who because they deserve credit and their name mentioned to it. But somebody basically said Sean McVay for years won games for Jared Goff, who was playing quarterback for him. Matthew Stafford won a game for Sean McVay yesterday because McVay kept doggedly running the ball when Cam Akers was getting 1.5 yards a rip. And if Stafford doesn't bail him out with a virtuoso drive late, it is another just awful example of in-game coaching from Sean McVay.